नमस्कार, म चित्तबहादुर विश्वकर्मा जङ्गबहादुर आधुनिक राष्ट्रिय मावि हेटौँडा 4 विद्यालय व्यवस्थापन समितिको अध्यक्ष। कोरोना महामारीको कारणले विद्यालयमा विद्यार्थीहरूको भौतिक उपस्थिति गराएर अध्ययनलाई अगाडि बढाउनको निम्ति सम्भव छैन। यस्तो अवस्थामा पनि शिक्षक र प्रहको विशेष पहलमा विद्यार्थीहरूको पढाइलाई अगाडि बढाउनको निम्ति अनलाइन कक्षाहरू स्थानीय एफएमहरूबाट पनि पढाइलाई अगाडि बढाउने काम भइराखेको छ। त्यसैगरी यो टेलिभिजन च्यानल मार्फत पनि शिक्षालाई अगाडि बढाउनको निम्ति शिक्षक र प्रहले जुन पहल गर्नुभएको छ यो सकारात्मक छ। यो सिकाइ यो अध्ययनबाट यहाँहरूले पनि के कस्तो भयो आफ्नो राय सुझाव दिनुहुन अनुरोध गर्दछु। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
Hello my dear students, welcome to you all again in your health, population and environment class. As you know, in our previous class we have discussed various things about health, population and environment, the things related to health, population and environment. So today our topic is environmental health and disease. So today we are going to discuss few things about environmental health and disease. So let's begin our today's class. First of all, let us discuss about the concept of disease. Concept of disease. Okay. So first let us discuss about the concept of disease. What is disease? So let us know what is disease first. I think you all have been suffered from some disease once at a time, isn't it? So you all know about disease. So let's start. What is disease? First of all, disease is derived from two words, that is dis and next one is ease. Disease is derived from two words, dis and ease. Ease means lack of comfort. Ease means lack of comfort. If you are sick, if you are not feeling well, then what happens? There is lack of comfort, isn't it? So we can say that if we suffer from any type of disease, then we don't feel comfortable, we don't feel comfort. So that's why we can say that disease is lack of comfort. And in other words, you can say that it is the condition. Disease is the negative condition of the body. Disease is the negative condition of the body. And sometimes what happens if we are suffered from disease, then pain occurs in our bodies, there is dysfunction of some body parts, some organisms, isn't it? So that is known as disease. And once at a time, I think you all have been suffered from some disease. So you all know clearly what is disease because you have experienced some of the disease, isn't it? If you are healthy, you feel very comfortable while doing some activities, to do some walk, you feel very comfortable. But if you are suffered from disease, then what happens? You don't feel comfortable to do any walk. You feel to rest, you feel to take rest, you don't want to do any activities, isn't it? So that is known as disease. Is that clear? If you know the concept of disease, then you can easily describe or you can easily define disease. So according to different dictionary, there is a definition of disease. According to WHO, there is different definition of disease. Among them, you can write any one definition of disease. And you don't need to learn exact definition which is given in the book according to dictionary or according to WHO. If you know the concept of disease, what is disease, then you can make your own definition also. Is that clear? Okay, thank you so much my dear students. So this is the simple concept of disease. Now let's move on to next, that is types of disease. Let us discuss the types of disease now. So what are the different types of disease? You have suffered from different types of disease, isn't it? That's why you all know different types of disease. But here we are going to discuss, there are different types of disease, we all know that. But that disease is classified mainly into two groups only. Okay, so that is, first one is communicable disease. First one is communicable disease. Okay. And next one, number 2 is non-communicable disease. Next one is non-communicable disease. Okay. So there are different types of disease, but that disease is classified mainly into two groups only. First one is communicable disease. There are different types of communicable disease. Second one is non-communicable disease. There are different types of non-communicable disease. Is that clear? Now, let us discuss about communicable disease first. I think you all know about communicable disease because in our small classes, I think from class 6, from class 7, we have to learn about communicable and non-communicable disease. That's why I think you all can define communicable and non-communicable disease, because we have learned about this type of disease from our small classes. Okay. Now let me tell you about communicable disease first. What is communicable disease? The disease which is transmitted from infected person or animals to any healthy person is known as communicable disease. That means communicable disease is transmitted from one person to another person. Simply you can say that. Is that clear? Simply you can say that communicable disease is a type of disease which is transmitted from infected person and animals to healthy person. That is known as communicable disease through different mediums like air, water, isn't it? So through different medium, communicable disease transmits from one person to another person. And there are different types of communicable disease also, like air and waterborne disease. Is that clear? Air and waterborne disease. Just to, you can say what are waterborne disease? Diarrhea, dysentery. So there are different examples of communicable disease like roundworm infection, diarrhea, dysentery, cholera, common cold. All these are the example of communicable disease because these diseases are transmitted from one person to another person. Is that clear? What is communicable disease? Okay, very good. Now let's see the causes of communicable disease. Now let me tell you the causes of communicable disease. What are the different causes of communicable disease? That is pathogenics, isn't it? Bacteria, germs, virus, tick, lice. All these are the different causes of communicable disease through which communicable disease transmits. That is known as causes: pathogenic germs, virus, parasites, lice, tick. All these are the different causes of communicable disease. So let us complete communicable disease first. After that we will discuss about non-communicable. So is that clear? What are the different causes? That means through which communicable disease transmits from one person to another person. That is known as causes. So virus, parasites, fungi, pathogenic germs, all these are the different causes. Now let's move on to next, that is modes. Modes means through which communicable disease transmits from infected person to us. That is known as mode. So what are the different modes? Let us discuss that. Direct and indirect contact with infected person. First one is direct and indirect contact with infected person. Okay. So first mode is direct and indirect contact with infected person. If some person are infected and if you are in contact with that person directly or indirectly, then you may suffer from communicable disease. Is that clear? So that is the mode through which communicable disease transmits. And next one is through contaminated blood or contaminated blood transfusion. Next one is through contaminated blood. Contaminated blood or blood products also, you can say blood products also. Another mode of transmission of communicable disease is through contaminated blood or contaminated blood products also. Next one is insect or animal bite. Third one is insect or animal bite. If some insects or some animal bites you, then it may also transfer communicable disease to you also. That's why third mode is insect or animal bite. So that is also one of the mode of communicable disease. If some animals or some insects bites you, then you may suffer from different types of communicable disease. And next one is infected utensils also. Infected utensils. Yes. If some utensils are infected and you are using that utensil, then also you may suffer from different type of communicable disease. So we can say that infected utensils. If you use infected utensils, then you may suffer from different types of communicable disease. And next one is contaminated food and contaminated drinks also. Next one is contaminated food and drinks. Okay, contaminated food and drinks. You all know that we must consume nutritious food, safe food, nutritious food, balanced diet, isn't it? So if you consume unhygienic food, if you consume different types of junk food, then you may suffer from different types of disease. That's why we must focus on nutritious food, balanced diet, then you will be safe from different types of communicable disease. And next one is drinks. That means water also. Safe drinking water is very important for us. So if we consume polluted water, then what may happen? We may suffer from different types of communicable disease like diarrhea, dysentery. If you sometimes what happens due to flood, due to different types of natural disasters, we may not get safe drinking water at our home. So what happens due to unsafe drinking water? We may suffer from different types of communicable disease like diarrhea, dysentery. We can see most of the children are suffering from communicable disease like diarrhea, dysentery due to polluted water. So we can say that contaminated food and drink. Next one, infected needles also. Next one is infected needles and syringe. Infected needles and syringe. Sometimes what happens? Some of the people are drug users. You all know that, isn't it? So what happens? They use same needles, they use same syringe, they share same needles and same syringe with their friends. And what happens if some of the friends of them are infected from communicable disease and they are sharing the needle of that friend, then what happens? They may also suffer from communicable disease. So it is transmitted from that infected person to another person, isn't it? So that's why infected needles, we can say that infected needles. And nowadays what happens? Youngsters are very interested to make tattoos, isn't it? So while making tattoos, what they do? They use needles. So if some of the person is infected, they use that needle and same needle is used by their friends, then what happens? Their friends may also suffer from communicable disease. Is that clear? So we should not share same needles with our friends. That is very risky, that is very dangerous. So we should not share any type of needles or any type of syringe with our friends. And next one is sexual contact with infected person also. You can say that sexual contact with infected person also may transmit communicable disease from that person, from that infected person to another person. So these are the different modes of transmission of communicable disease, through which communicable disease transmits from one person to another person. That is known as modes. Is that clear? So we have discussed about the causes and modes. Now let us discuss about the nature of disease. Okay. Now let us discuss about the nature of communicable disease. What type of communicable disease are there? So let us discuss about the nature. Okay. So nature of communicable disease. So mainly there are three natures. Okay. So now nature of communicable disease. Mainly there are three natures of communicable disease, that is acute, chronic and incurable. First one is acute nature. See the nature. First one is acute. Second one is chronic. Second one is chronic. And what about third? Third one is incurable, which can't be cured. That is known as incurable. Okay. Now let's see. There are mainly, first of all, be clear, there are mainly three natures of communicable disease. First one is acute, second one is chronic, and third one is incurable. Now what is acute, what is chronic and what is incurable? You must be clear about that, isn't it? So first one, acute means short term. Be clear, acute means short term. Short means that is only for few times, that is known as short. Just like diarrhea, dysentery, cholera, roundworm infection, common cold, all these are the examples of acute communicable disease, that is for short time. Is that clear? Okay, very good. Now next one is chronic. Chronic means for long time, like pneumonia, tuberculosis. If you suffer from pneumonia, if you suffer from tuberculosis, then what happens? That is for long time. So that is known as chronic. Chronic means for long time. Is that clear? And next one is incurable. That can't be cured. That is known as incurable. And you can give, I can give you some example of incurable, that is HIV and AIDS. Is that clear? HIV and AIDS is known as incurable. So there are mainly three natures of communicable disease. Now last one, let us discuss something about preventive measures of communicable disease. We all know that there is a solution of every problem, isn't it? So let us discuss about the preventive measures. Okay. Now last one of communicable disease is preventive measures. Preventive measures of communicable disease. So every problem have their solution. So let's see what are the different preventive measures. So preventive measures of communicable disease means to prevent ourselves from communicable disease. What can we do to prevent ourselves from communicable disease? First of all, personal hygiene is very important. First one is personal hygiene. Personal hygiene is important. Sanitation, personal hygiene, cleanliness, that is if we wash our hand, if we wash our hand before eating and after eating, if we cut our nail, if we take bath, that is cleanliness. If we change our clothes, if we wear clean clothes, that is known as sanitation, personal hygiene, isn't it? So personal hygiene is very important. And next one is healthy diet. Okay, I will tell you what can you do to prevent yourself from communicable disease. First of all, I said personal hygiene is important, sanitation is important, safe drinking water, which we have already studied, isn't it? Safe drinking water is very important. Clean food is very important. Clean food, hygienic food, balanced diet, nutritious food, that is very important. And next most important thing to prevent from communicable disease is immunization, vaccination. You all know about COVID also, isn't it? Nowadays we are taking vaccine. Why? To prevent from that disease, isn't it? Like that, to prevent ourselves from communicable disease, we can use vaccine also. Is that clear? So in this way, we can be safe from different communicable disease. Okay, my dear students. So in our another class, we will discuss about non-communicable disease. In our today's class, we discussed about communicable disease. Okay, this much for today. Thank you so much. Hello my dear students, welcome to you all again in your health, population and environment class. Okay, so as you know, in our previous class we were discussing about disease, isn't it? We were discussing about disease and the concept of disease, and we have already completed about the types of disease. First one, communicable disease. We have discussed about communicable disease, its causes, its modes, its nature, and how to prevent us from communicable disease. Okay, so today in our today's class we are going to discuss about non-communicable disease. In our today's class we are going to discuss about non-communicable disease. Okay, we have already discussed about communicable in our previous class, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about non-communicable disease. So what is non-communicable disease? Non-communicable disease means the disease which is not transmitted from one person to another person is known as non-communicable disease. Communicable is transmitted from one person to another, whereas non-communicable is not transmitted from one person to another. That is known as non-communicable disease. So as we have already discussed different causes, modes of communicable disease, here in today's class we are going to discuss about the causes, modes of non-communicable disease. Okay, so first of all, let's begin with causes. What are the different causes of non-communicable disease? Okay, what are the different causes of non-communicable disease through which non-communicable disease transmits? So that are the different causes. So we can say that malnutrition, unhealthy lifestyle, okay, malnutrition. So let us write. First one is malnutrition, okay. First one is malnutrition. Second one is unhealthy lifestyle. Unhealthy lifestyle. Unhealthy lifestyle. Third one is lack of exercise. Lack of exercise. Fourth one we can say obesity. Just see here, then you will be clear how does non-communicable disease transmit, what are the different causes of non-communicable disease. Obesity and different types of workload also we can say. Fourth one is workload, if we take lots of stress in our mind, there is lots of load of work, then we may suffer from non-communicable disease. Intake of tobacco. Next one, you can say intake of alcohol, intake of tobacco and tobacco products, intake of tobacco and tobacco products. Okay. So these are the different causes of non-communicable disease. Malnutrition. If we are malnourished, then we may suffer from non-communicable disease. Unhealthy lifestyle. What is unhealthy lifestyle? If you are not conscious about your healthy food, if you are not conscious about sanitation, cleanliness, hygiene, that is known as unhealthy lifestyle. Intake of tobacco, intake of tobacco products, intake of alcohol, that is known as unhealthy lifestyle. Lack of exercise. If you don't do exercise, if you are very lazy, you keep on sleeping, then what happens? You may suffer from different types of disease. Exercise means you can do household walks, different types of activities, dancing, running, swimming, all these are exercise. So, due to lack of exercise also we may suffer from different types of non-communicable disease. Next one is obesity. Obesity means what? Being fat day by day. If you don't do exercise, if you are very lazy, if you keep on eating only, then what happens? You may suffer from obesity. And obesity, due to obesity, what may happen? You may suffer from different types of non-communicable disease. Next one is workload. If you do lots of work without any rest, if you take lots of stress, if you do lots of work, then what happens? You may suffer from different types of non-communicable disease. You need to rest also. So that's why workload. And next one is intake of alcohol. If you consume lots of alcohol, if you consume lots of tobacco and tobacco products, then also you may suffer from different types of non-communicable disease. That's why we can say that these are the different causes of non-communicable disease. Is that clear? Okay, very good. Now let's move on to next, that is modes. So what are the different modes of non-communicable disease? How does it transmit? That is known as modes of, in modes you can write only one, that is unhealthy lifestyle. Okay. So next one is modes. What are the different modes of non-communicable disease through which non-communicable disease transmits? That is known as modes. And there is only one mode of transmission of non-communicable disease, that is unhealthy lifestyle. Due to unhealthy lifestyle, what happens? You may suffer from different types of non-communicable disease. Now, what do you think? What is unhealthy lifestyle? Unhealthy lifestyle means if you are not conscious about healthy food, balanced diet, nutritious food, sanitation, cleanliness, safe drinking water, if you are not conscious, if you take lots of alcohol, tobacco products, then that is known as unhealthy lifestyle. If you follow unhealthy lifestyle, then you may suffer from different types of non-communicable disease. Is that clear? So, in modes, you can write one point, that is unhealthy lifestyle. And what is unhealthy lifestyle? You can write different points related to unhealthy lifestyle through which non-communicable disease transmits. Is that clear? What are the different modes of non-communicable disease? Okay, very good, my dear students. Okay, now let's move on to next, that is prevention. Now next one is prevention, that means preventive measures. What are the preventions? All are related points. So what are the prevention? Prevention means preventive measures of non-communicable disease. So what are the different preventive measures of non-communicable disease? Let us discuss that. Okay, so prevention, what are the different preventions? First one is balanced diet, exercise, control obesity, which we have already discussed in modes, isn't it? Modes or causes, that all that things should be controlled. That is known as prevention. Okay? Those things which we have discussed in causes, that should be prevented. That is known as prevention. Like control obesity. You have to control the obesity. If you are being fat day by day, then you can do exercise, you can change your food habits, and you can control obesity, isn't it? So obesity is one of the preventive measures. And next preventive measure is doing physical exercise. Physical exercise is important. So physical exercise is another preventive measures. Next one is control to take alcohol, tobacco products. That is also important. Is that clear? Okay, so in prevention you can add all these things as a preventive measure of non-communicable disease. And next one is avoid tension. Okay, due to lots of workload and due to lots of stress, tension, you may suffer from non-communicable disease. That's why one of the preventive measure of non-communicable disease is avoiding stress, avoiding tension. In small things also, if you take lots of stress in your mind in small things also, then what happens? You may suffer from non-communicable disease. So just try to be happy, just try to avoid all types of stress in your mind. Is that clear? Okay, very good. Now let's move on to last point. That is, so today we are going to read about the risk factors of non-communicable disease. Okay, so what are the different risk factors of non-communicable disease? We are going to read that. Risk factors. Okay, so what are the different risk factors of non-communicable disease? Mainly there are two different risk factors of non-communicable disease. Only two risk factors of non-communicable disease. First one is modifiable. Be clear, okay? First one is modifiable. And second one, number 2 is non-modifiable. Okay. So what is modifiable and what is non-modifiable? First be clear about that. Risk factors of non-communicable disease. There are two different risk factors of non-communicable disease. First one is modifiable risk factor and second one is non-modifiable risk factors. Now be clear. Modifiable risk factors means the risk factors which can be controlled, which can be changed, which can be modified. Is that clear? Which can be controlled, which can be changed, which can be modified. That is known as modifiable risk factors. And what is non-modifiable? Which cannot be modified, which cannot be controlled, which cannot be changed. That is known as non-modifiable risk factors. Now I will make you clear by giving examples and we will discuss on that examples also. So let me write about the modifiable risk factors first, which can be controlled, which can be modified. That is known as modifiable risk factors. So let me write, okay. Obesity. So here obesity, unhealthy diet. Okay, first let me clear. Obesity can be controlled, isn't it? Before also we have discussed about obesity. So unhealthy diet, mental tension, lack of exercise, mental tension, Next one is lack of exercise. There are lots more. Lack of exercise, consumption of alcohol also. Consumption of alcohol, and we have more, that is unhealthy lifestyle, consumption of tobacco, unhealthy lifestyle, and last one is consumption of tobacco. Consumption of tobacco. Okay, now I will explain all these points. What are the different modifiable risk factors of non-communicable disease? So see, all these points, it can be modified, it can be changed, it can be controlled, isn't it? I think you are clear about this. It can be modified, it can be changed. So first one is obesity. If you are being fat day by day, then you can change, you can control this obesity, isn't it? You can control. How can you control? You can do different physical exercise, you can control your diet, you can focus on balanced diet, healthy food. In this way you can control obesity, isn't it? Next one is unhealthy diet. If you are consuming unhealthy diet, then you can change this food habit, isn't it? So that's why it is modifiable, because you can modify this, you can change this, you can control this. So this one is unhealthy diet. If you focus on balanced diet, if you consume healthy food, balanced diet, nutritious food, then you can modify this risk factor. So this one is unhealthy diet. Next one is mental tension. If you are taking lots of stress in your mind, mental tension, then you can change this habit. If you focus on different entertaining activities, whatever you want, what you enjoy, then what happens? You may change your habit, mental tension, okay? And next one is lack of exercise. If you do lack of exercise, then what happens? You may suffer from different types of disease, okay? So that is lack of exercise. Next one is consumption of alcohol, consumption of tobacco. If you consume alcohol, if you consume tobacco, then you may suffer from non-communicable disease. Now you can change your habit. Is that clear? So that is consumption of alcohol and tobacco. And next one is unhealthy lifestyle. Unhealthy lifestyle means if you are taking tobacco, alcohol, if you are not conscious about healthy lifestyle, then you may suffer from different types of non-communicable disease. So these are the different risk factors which can be modified, which can be controlled, which can be changed by ourselves, okay? Now next one is non-modifiable, which cannot be modified, which cannot be changed. So that is number 1 is, number 2 sex, and number 3 is genetic. Okay, so these are the non-modifiable risk factors which cannot be changed, So first one is age. So what happens, according to different researchers, we have found that after the age of 40, people may suffer from different types of disease like diabetes, heart stroke, the blood pressure, all these things, all these type of disease people may suffer after the age of 40. So different researchers have found that age is one of the non-modifiable risk factor of non-communicable disease. Is that clear? Okay. Now next one is sex. So sex means according to researchers, we have found that in comparison to female, male are more vulnerable to non-communicable disease. In comparison to female, male are more vulnerable to different types of non-communicable disease like blood pressure, diabetes, next one is heart stroke, heart problem, thyroid, all these disease. People may suffer from all these type of disease, and in comparison to female, male are more vulnerable because they have workload more than the female. They have the work with lots of stress than the female. That's why male are more vulnerable according to the researcher. Is that clear? And last one is genetic. Genetic means due to gene. If your parents, that means from parents to offspring, that is known as genetic. If your parents are suffered from different types of non-communicable disease, then what happens? You may also suffer from that type of disease. That means it transfer from parents to their offspring. If your father is suffered from diabetes, then you may also suffer from diabetes due to that gene. If your parents are suffered from blood pressure, then you may also suffer from blood pressure due to that gene. So that is known as genetic. Is that clear? Okay, my dear students. So today we have discussed different risk factors which are modified and non-modified. Modified means which can be modified, which can be changed, and non-modifiable means which cannot be changed. Is that clear? Okay, my dear students. So in our today's class we have discussed various things about non-communicable disease. We will continue this unit in our next class. This much for today. Thank you so much.